I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, he's got me laughing till I'm
It is
crying
what it
this
is. We're
evening.
both laughing so hard we're ready to cry.
That's just wrong. Y'all Danny can carry on some kind of crap sometimes.
I have to before a live stream. That's what gets us going.
Yeah, he goes 90 to nothing on stuff. One day I'm just going to have to set up the
One
camera
day she's going to trick me.
I'm going to film him.
And she's going to have me filmed doing what I do before a live stream because I have to get in the right frame of mind and not be with the, you know, how you turn your mouth down on the edges, you know, where you got the Baptist look.
Hey, Mapleberry from Canada. Yeah. Danny was just watching a video, right?
I was just watching her video a while ago.
About Boss
of the Swamp. Yeah, the stuff that you got from Boss of the Swamp.
That's one of Danny's favorite all-time channels is Boss of the Swamp.
It is my favorite all-time channel.
If we had to choose, or he had to choose, it'd be Boss of the Swamp.
It was. JC is my hero, man.
Hey, Angie and B so far.
Well, they're coming too fast Camera, for me to even be able to. Excuse
Mama
me, guys.
tried, Homesteading, Mark, Kathy, Nancy, Valerie, April.
There's Farmer JT.
Farmer JT. We went and watched some of his videos, too.
Yeah. There's somebody named Jennifer Johnson.
Yeah, you might know her.
I might know that lady.
Yeah, South Georgia.
Yeah.
Tanya. Arnie.
Amy.
Oh, Amy, I'm sorry.
Nunda. Yay! Lou, just Lou. Seems like I remember these names from somewhere.
I do, too.
I think I do.
Lots of them.
Yeah. S. Federley. Yes.
So we've got a lot of people popping.
Grizz. Oh, Grizz remembered tonight. Okay, he must have took his medicine. If you know what I'm talking about, Grizz.
Yeah, okay. The potato water was...
The potato water, yeah.
Potato juice or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just call it stump hole.
Yeah. So...
Whew, okay. Gosh.
Danny and I, according to the thumbnail, have been together 5 years.
5 years now.
Yesterday.
Oh my gosh, yesterday. Well, she says that. I don't remember dates. I have to depend on her.
Yeah, we met April the 6th, 2013, right?
I was in 13. And it was in April. I remember that.
I remember the days. The weather's fine. We've had a little rain. The weather's fine
here. It's rainy, but it's getting cold. As a matter of fact, this is probably a first for Deep South Homestead, or I know it's a first for me. There's a fire going in a heater right in there.
In April.
In April.
Which is crazy.
Which is crazy. Usually we're up in the 80s by now, so...
Yeah. So, April 6, 2013, Danny and I had been talking for 2 weeks. We met on Christian Mingle, and he decided, it wasn't necessarily me, that we would talk for a while. So every day we talked for 2 weeks, sometimes as long as 8 hours a day.
We would talk up to 8 hours a day sometimes.
Yeah. And I was going
out. That's before we even knew what each other looked like.
Yeah, we didn't even send pictures, which was strange. I don't know why we didn't. I mean, now we're on YouTube and we do all this
I know video, it, but we didn't even know what each other looked like for real.
Exactly. We had our picture on Christian Mingle.
Yeah.
And it was what I looked like. And it was, one of them was what he looked like, but the other one was an older picture of him. And so, you know, it was kind of weird that we didn't send pictures, but we didn't. We just talked.
We talked because our deal was we wanted to get to know each other before we actually saw each other.
Yeah.
There used to be a song out. I knew I loved you before I ever met you.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the group, but I remember the song. And that's kind of the way we felt.
Yeah, and we talked about everything for 2 weeks.
Yeah, because my theory was you will say something to someone over the phone that you won't say to them to their face. So we spent 2 weeks talking to one another over the phone because at that time you feel like you have a little bit more freedom to ask questions and say things that you normally wouldn't say face to face.
Yeah, and that's, you know, then I came out here, we met. That picture that's up 5 years ago were the day after I went to church with him the next day, and we had that picture taken.
Yeah.
And then the other side of the picture was last weekend when BJ and Lisa were here. They wanted to take Ashlyn down to the coast so she could see the Gulf of Mexico.
Yep.
And so we went down there. So that was a picture 5 years ago and a picture this week.
Yeah.
And I see your daughter and Troy have been married 10 years this week. They've known each other 15.
They've known each other for 15. Savage Garden did that song. Marshall Farms is exactly right.
See?
I have that CD here somewhere. Yes.
So I saw several people were talking about the temperatures too.
Well, I mean, let's just. I've tried to tell everybody about the grand solar minimum.
I saw April said something about it. She said it's getting cold.
Yep, the wind started blowing late this evening, and boy, when it started blowing, that cold air came down, and I mean, we're supposed to be around 40 in the morning here, 39 to 40 degrees, and that for this time of the year is pretty chilly because I have all my stuff planted except okra and my yellow crookneck squash and a few
cucumbers.
We haven't put them out, but we have put our North Georgia Candy Roaster squash out.
Yeah.
They're out, and we don't know how they're gonna fare. So,
hey y'all.
Hey, Ms. Amanda, my little sweetheart, how are you doing, girl?
Angie said her kids are over, so you can't stay. Okay, we'll talk to you later.
I took up for you, and Amanda, I took up for you on your channel, girl. There was somebody on there trying to be ugly to you, and I just couldn't handle it.
Beth Mitchell said, when you first meet is a day you never forget. I still get flowers after 38 years on the day we met. That's so sweet. Danny didn't even remember the date. He just knew it was April.
No, because after I went through what I went through with my former wife about dates and stuff like that, I try to forget dates, because it literally almost destroyed me. So.
Yeah, Deborah said her husband and she have been together 38 years, and he thinks he needs to get parole for good behavior.
Oh, that's a nice way to look at it.
No, don't think about that. It's only been 5 years.
Met my wife at 42 years ago at church. We'll be married 40 years this year. Congrats, NC Automan.
Yeah. Well, Danny and I talked probably 2 more weeks after that before he came to where I lived and met a lot of people I knew. And then it was probably another couple of weeks or so. I mean, we didn't date day to day like most people. It was like every 2 weeks for a while before we actually did anything. Amanda says she banned her 3 times and she keeps coming back.
Well, she's a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, one of those crazy things. Yeah, and dating is expensive time to sow. It really is.
Yeah.
I was living a little over an hour away, and Danny was in the position that he couldn't drive that much. He was told he shouldn't be driving. Yeah, I was told I
shouldn't be driving at all.
So he did drive, but for that he didn't need to be driving at that time.
Right.
And so we had all these things, but we got together, I think it was in May, sometime in May.
Yeah, it was up in May before we actually got together. I mean, I'd call it getting together.
Yeah, and we married in July.
Yeah.
So it's been 5 years since we met. So this is yesterday was the day we met thing.
Delane, I have no idea what's going on with that, with the purple bloom.
He says he has all white blooms and one purple.
Could be that you got one pea in it from a different type plant, maybe.
Yeah, Okie Rob said he married in '89 and he's still married to her. 89.
Good guy. Good.
That's a little over 20, right at 20, getting close to 20 years. No, that's longer. 89. Okay, yeah, never mind. I can't count.
He's been married 30-something years. Fixed to be 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I married the first time in '79, so that's.
Yeah, my first marriage was in 1980. So I've been married longer than I was ever single. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah, Mud Pie Girl and Backwoods Raised and several more that's popped in.
Yeah.
Wanda Green said it's hard to believe she's been married 57 years and 5 years before that. Wow.
Wow.
That is pretty awesome.
That is awesome. I mean, anybody that's married long term with the same person, I just give them thumbs up and say God's been good to them. Yeah.
Mapleberry said they were born in the 80s. My kids, my oldest was born in 79, and the others were born in the 80s, and my youngest was born in 90. So
Okay.
Mapleberry's my kid's age.
Yeah. Danny, what would you recommend for debudding my 3-week-old baby goat? Well, first of all, you done gone 2 weeks too long. And secondly, you need one of those
burners,
budding irons. Now, they make one that you can just stick in the fire and heat up over just a fire, which I do like those because if power ever goes out, you can still just bud your goats. But the electric ones are extremely nice, and the way I test mine is I just stick it on a piece of wood. When it burns a complete burn circle on it when you touch it, then I know it's hot enough. But 3 weeks is a little while. That's a little bit long. You're gonna have to shave around the horns with a razor before you burn them.
Jennifer said you married in 79, not 80, or else she was not legitimately.
I guess she'd be right. I did marry in 79.
I married in 79.
We both, yeah, I did marry in 79 because Jennifer was born in 80. Yes, that would be right.
She had to correct you, or else she's.
That's been a long time ago.
Yeah, but it makes a difference to her.
Yeah, but some things just don't stick in my mind anymore. Some things you try to forget.
My dad did that, remember? We were there one day, and somebody asked him how long he and Mom had been married.
He turned and looked at Wanda, and he asked her how old she was.
He said, how old are you? And I told him, and he says, okay. And he added 1 year to it. He said, I didn't want to mess up.
Catherine Gagney says 3 years for her. Started dating my husband when I was 15, got married, and still together at 59. Amen.
That's great, Dale.
That's great. Bon Terre says 24 years for her.
See, a lot of people. 11 years for Francis.
This is great, guys. I mean, you know, it's inspiring for people.
It's about the marriage, too. And if you're not married, that's okay. But the ones that are, I like to see good marriages. Yeah. That's what I guess. And a lot of these are long-term marriages. I mean, hello, Food Forest Permaculture. Yeah. Your daughter just turned 38. Don't that make you feel old?
No. It don't make me feel old. It makes her feel old.
Well, I have a daughter that's 38 too, so I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Paula Swanson says she's never married. That's probably the smartest one.
That's probably the smartest person in the bunch right there. Yeah.
No, I love being married. I wouldn't trade it for anything. But before Danny, I swore I would never marry again.
I said the same thing. But now that I've met her, I wouldn't trade her for a barrel of gold monkeys.
Okay, so we've got a lot of people.
Von Terra said, I took a vow before God. That means something. Yep.
Thank you for your advice yesterday. Made a world of difference. You're welcome, Catherine.
Oh man, that's
Grandma Rose. Hi y'all. How you doing? Oh, she's telling everybody, hey, I was supposed to read the whole
5 years married to Mr. Mudd.
Mr. Mudd.
All right. Jeremy turns 37 on the 24th of April.
The Duncans have been married 30. Let's see, what did I say?
39 years.
39.
Yeah.
That's
Grizz says jail term is shorter than marriage. Don't do it, or you'll get out sooner.
Sinclair said he got married just before the rocks turned to dirt. In other words, it was a long, long time ago. Yeah, so there's so many people here.
Yes, you know, Gina says she's coming up on 32 years in May. Oh, Lord. My only son was born in 83, one says. I mean, somebody there had been married 15 years and divorced 27 years. Been divorced longer than she was married. Delane said him and Tanya's known each other since they was 10 years old.
Exactly. Frankie Robertson. Hello.
Okay.
We've got some geeky gardens. Wow, we've got some new people. Sean Oni?
Yeah. Oni.
There's Christy Betts. I swear we've got a lot of people popped in.
A lot of new people.
Or it seems new. Are you on?
Yeah, have no video or audio. Well, the fact that you're typing tells us we're on.
Can somebody
Let her know to refresh.
let Tammy refresh if that's
Yeah.
the case. I'm not sure. Rick Ballard, 45 years. Old South, 18 the first time for this time. Okay, I had to read that to figure it out. Some have been married a couple of times, and others.
Yeah. Danny, do I need to bring in strawberries and moringas tonight? We're not going to frost, so I don't think it's going to hurt.
Is it on your porch? If it's on your porch, it'd probably be okay. But you know, if you're worried about it, yeah, it's not going to frost or freeze.
It's not going to frost or freeze. I mean, unless something happens overnight that I don't know about.
Leo said, "How cold's it getting?"
How cold's it getting tonight? Between 39 and 40.
Somewhere in that
range, they said. So, and it might be 41. Depends on where you live at, right here around me. Because the town next to me is usually about 3 to 4 degrees warmer than we are right here.
Yeah, and the first of the week, Sunday and Monday, we started off with BJ and Lisa here. And I saw Tamara, his sister-in-law, was in here saying that he had told her he had a great time here.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed having Lisa and Ashlyn and BJ here.
BJ here, yeah. Made some, we was already friends, but it just kind of created more of a bond because actually
got to sit and
we
talk.
had time to sit down and talk to them, and we had time to really learn who each other was and what each other was about. Now, we don't know everything, but we just got to know one another better, and that's what we're talking about doing in this community, is getting to know people better.
Yeah, and Ashlyn was really great. She did a few things on Crazy Days. I put up a video of her doing the rabbits on Crazy Days, and just had a good time all over with them.
Yeah.
Then Amanda came back.
Yes, Amanda came back. We had a blast with her.
She was here for a little.
I think I must have planted everything we planted with her, didn't
we? Wait, no. That was last. Amanda left. BJ came in.
Yeah, BJ came in after Amanda. Well, I thought you was talking about before then.
No, Amanda didn't come back. I'm on the wrong week. Adrian and Christopher and Ethan came in.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And so then we had them for 2 days, and we just had a blast with them boys. They just got into everything. I don't know, you had them doing a little everything. Pulling
I had
weeds,
them doing just about a little everything.
Planting plants.
We planted corn. We did all kind of stuff.
Yeah. Drove the tractor.
Yeah, let them drive the tractor. Yeah.
So Ethan and Christopher had a blast, and we enjoyed seeing Adrian again. And then what did we do? We've been by ourselves the rest of the week, haven't we?
Yeah. We've been by ourselves for almost a week now.
About 3 days, 4 days.
About 4 days, yeah.
Actually,
it's getting a little bit scary with us being by ourselves.
Yeah.
We feel like empty nesters again.
Yeah, it's like all our kids have left all of a sudden.
Yeah, everybody's gone. We have to just look at each other and talk to one another.
We sat here the first night, and that night he's looking at me. He goes, "Man, I don't have nobody to talk to."
I know. I said, I don't have nobody to talk to. I'm used to talking to everybody.
Usually every night for, I don't know, the last 4 months.
The last 4 months I've had somebody to talk to.
Just about. We've had a few breaks, but
yeah,
somebody's been here, and he kind of misses not having somebody.
I do. I miss having somebody. I miss having like-minded people around to talk to. Somebody on my level. Somebody I can talk to that knows me and I guess knows how my mind works. That's what I miss.
And Christy said the boys were getting tall. Yeah, Christopher had shot up since last summer.
Yeah, Christopher got bigger too.
Yeah. See, Mountain Mama says you have me.
Oh, well.
See?
Yeah, but it's just different.
It is different.
It's just different.
And Marsh Farms wants to know how the tractor's working.
It is working out fantastic right now. It is doing great. It's already regened on me one time. At 20 hours, it did a regen on me. And I think what it was, I was using the agricultural fuel with the dye in it, and it must have clogged the system up a little bit. So I had to go back and start using nothing but road fuel in it. So
Nunda said her and John will come see us. See, you'll have somebody to talk to.
Well, I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody I can just talk plain to. I don't have to.
You can talk to Nunda.
I can. Yeah, me and Nunda's already talked, so I know I can talk to her. She's kind of on. She's on one of them playing levels with me there, and Amanda's another one. Amanda and me, we can talk
And BJ.
now. And BJ, I can talk to BJ.
Yeah, Adrian. Yeah, he just had so many conversations, and then before that, it was all the people from the gathering that were in and out. I mean, he's just had so much, so he can't just.
Me and
talk
Adrian,
to
we
me.
sit down, we could just chit chat and carry on, just.
But he can't just talk to me. We
I
look
can't.
at each other and we go, oh, Lori family, Brian's coming back. You'll have somebody to talk to.
Oh, Brian!
Now he's gonna perk
Oh,
up.
yeah, there we go.
Uh,
Oh, man.
yeah, see, Brian will be back.
Yeah, he said, love the tractor coming my way.
Yeah, and Freedom Maker says you can Skype.
Oh, if y'all get too lonely, we can Skype. You know what? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I can Skype with her.
When it starts regen and make sure you let it finish. Yes, he did.
Oh, I did.
Projects everywhere.
I did. I kicked it up by 2,100 RPM, just locked the brake on it, got off, went off, and come in the house and just let it run for like 15 to 20 minutes.
And it worked just fine.
Pia says, how is our first pineapple? Well, it looks like it's doing fine. It's definitely getting watered. Because it's been raining. It just finished raining just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, we got.
As a matter of fact, every now and then I still hear it hitting the roof.
Yeah. We've got all our, pineapples out on the hugel bed. We've got all the asparagus moved. Everything done. We pulled a lot of weeds today. What else did you do? You worked on the fence some more. We're getting the fence going. Y'all probably saw the video on the fence. The whole front line from the gate to our neighbor's property.
To our neighbor's corner is done. Now we're coming down our neighbor's property line. Hoping to get that done this week, maybe.
Yeah. So, and he's got the second part working on it.
Yeah.
And then what else?
Gosh, I've been planting. I've been plowing. I've been pulling weeds.
We've got the stuff to do the outside of this room and the ceiling.
Yeah, I've got the stuff bought to do the ceiling in the studio room. I do.
And the stuff on the outside.
I got all the stuff to finish the outside with.
Which is mainly stuff we already had. He just needed 2 pieces.
Yeah, I've got everything. It's just a matter of finding time to do it because we're staying so busy. My food source comes first, and that's me. Yeah. I got
So when we have to do the things around here for food, which means like Monday probably greens. We got
a can more greens Monday. We got so many turnip greens it ain't even funny. I mean, they look like they're 3 feet tall.
Tim, we'll be praying for you. We've got you on our list.
And Mike Pratt's mom, where she had the wreck, we're going to keep her in our prayer.
I'm not sure she had a wreck.
She had a wreck.
She had a wreck? Okay, I just knew she was in the hospital.
Yeah, she was involved in an accident.
Okay. I knew that.
Now, that was my understanding. I could be wrong.
I thought Jenny was the one that had the car wreck and then his mom was in the hospital for another reason, but I may have them mixed up.
You could. Maybe I'm the one who has them mixed up.
Because I know Jenny had a wreck in the car.
She did. You're right. You're right.
So I'm not sure about his mom.
I'm not sure which way it went.
Yeah, you're right, Nunda. This is busy, and believe me, the weather is not helping because usually we would have most things planted way before now, like a week or 2 ago, and it's just not really.
Well, the biggest thing I'm seeing with all YouTube channels or anybody who's posting is that the weather has got them so far behind. Yeah. And this is what I tried to tell in my other porch times and different time about this solar minimum that's taking place. This, if what they say is true, this is going to get worse from year to year for the next 15 to 30 years. And if that's the case, guys, I don't know. I mean, here at Deep South, we've already had to replant some stuff, twice?
The rattlesnake
beans we had to replant.
And the
green beans still ain't come up.
The contender beans still haven't come up.
The contenders still hadn't come up yet, and they've been planted twice. But the ground, if you go up there on our ground and stick your hand in the dirt, it's like putting your hand inside a refrigerator. The ground is just that cold.
And Francis is asking, are we getting any more sheep? We're keeping our eyes open for katahdins, mainly some that we could just raise for meat. I don't know that we'll do possibly, trying to breed or anything. We would
No, we
probably
won't
just
do
get
that. Now,
one
we may
for
be in the
meat.
near future, if we get the fencing up, we may be going to get us a calf. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're talking about
We're talking
that.
about maybe getting a calf.
And possibly a couple more sheep later on. Lori family says it's 90 degrees there.
Oh,
They can keep the 90. I don't want
yeah,
90.
you need to be on back up him, Brian.
It's
I'm telling
nice,
you.
good working weather.
Good working weather, man. I mean, it's in the 40s and 50s.
He could get a lot done.
You get a lot done.
Yeah, that's it.
Pia said he heard that the Pratt's mama had cancer.
I know Jenny's the one. I did see Nunda said Jenny is the one that had
Jenny
the wreck.
hit a deer and had a wreck. Okay, that is right.
And then the mom is in the hospital.
Yeah.
It's not that. Doug has katahdins. Well, Doug would have to bring us some katahdins down here.
I do
That's
not.
a long ways to travel.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't like katahdins.
No, we like the.
I like the blackhead dorper.
Yeah, blackhead dorpers were a better sheep as far as
the katahdins we had were like deer. Them things was crazy, and you couldn't get close to them.
Yeah, she would jump.
She'd jump you if she'd get close to you.
She was so tall. She'd go from standing on the ground to jumping over a fence if you didn't watch her.
John said, all my Christmas cacti are blooming again. First time in 60 plus years. This weird weather. I tell you what, I agree with you.
Wow. Well, now my Christmas cacti are almost, I mean, it's out there, but it hadn't bloomed. It looked like it was going to, and I think it got cool on it. I had it on the porch, so I'm not sure. I should have brought it back in.
Amanda said, what's with the contenders? Soil issue or weather? It's the weather. The ground is staying too cold. Those contenders need 60-degree soil to come up, and the soil is not, it's in the 50s.
Now, see, Canada in Nova Scotia, she's saying that she's ahead in her gardening. This is the first year ever that she's been ahead in her gardening.
Huh.
So there may be a difference where she's at.
It could be.
Because of that.
Depends on what they're used to planting.
Yeah. Diam of me had sleet. Wow. And
Sinclair
Papa Truck
said
planted purple holes today.
Now we planted some red rippers this past week, but they're up. And the little lady peas, everything's up, but it's just this cold is going to keep it stunted back, I know. And Sinclair said, I will mail the Cherokee wax beans on Monday. Thank you, sir. Let's see here.
Chris was going to make
He's going to make him a hoop house for earlier spring planting next year.
Yeah. All right.
Brian said, I'll see you this weekend. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we should have a video up this weekend with the Lori family, I think.
I think we probably will.
We're going to try it anyway. We've had so much going on, and they have too, till we just hadn't sat down and had videos with them, but we're going to get that done. We're going to start doing some things. Now, Colette says her Christmas cactus is blooming again, too. Isn't that kind of weird?
That is. Well, it's the weather, I'm telling y'all. We're here at Deep South Homestead, we're going to focus on planting more cool weather crops for this time of the year than what we normally do. Because if this continues and it keeps getting colder, that means our springtime is going to be a lot colder for a lot longer. So, and for those north of us, it's even going to be worse if that's the case, because they said that this year is just a precursor of the years to come.
Thank you, Vicki. Food Forest said he planted a lemon tree. Now, we put our lemon tree in a pot because where we're at, we've had three lemon trees in 5 years.
Plus a Tangelo, a Satsuma.
Two Tangelo. No, a Satsuma and a Tangelo.
A Satsuma and a Tangelo. I've lost them all. Every one of them, the freeze kills them, every one. Now, our orange tree is coming back out. So
we almost lost it, though. Yeah. About 3/4 of it looks dead.
Yeah.
But part of it is the orange tree's coming back.
Gothic says the last of our collards are beginning to flower. Ours flowered about 2 weeks ago? We pulled them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were flowering then. We went ahead and cooked them.
The tiny's on the way. It is. Here it's getting hotter for this time of the year. That was Farmer JT.
JT, yeah.
It's not hotter.
We've
here,
had
it's
some
cooler.
80s here. We've had a few days of the 80s, but predominantly we've been in the 60s and 70s, so which is perfect perfect weather. Now we put our lemon tree in a pot this year because after doing some research, they said it will only grow as to the size of the pot.
So we want to be able to put it in the greenhouse.
We want to be able to bring it in and out every year. Now we are going to keep it watered and fertilized a little bit more than we would if it was in the ground.
How many dozen eggs should Grizz plant to have a year's supply of eggplant? How do you figure that one?
That's going to be a tough one because you don't know how much he eats.
Grizz, I'd say plant you about 6 dozen. You might have enough.
Yeah. The music well said the growth season will be shorter overall. Cool weather will come sooner this fall. That I would think, and that's kind of what we're thinking, is that the cool weather is going to come earlier this fall.
Okay, I've missed something about Danny Dunnigan.
Oh yeah, I seen something way back there.
He's a first responder.
Yeah.
Must have lost a friend on one of the things. You can sit close to me. We've been married 5 years. You can sit over here.
Just lean over here and mumble a little
bit. Where do you get your weather information?
I look outside.
It's raining right now.
It's raining right now. If it ain't, it'll be cloudy. If it ain't cloudy, the sun will be shining. If it's not cold, it'll be warm. If it's not warm, it'll be hot. If it's not hot, it'll be real cold.
No, who do you listen to for weather?
Oh, let's see. Who do I listen
BP
to?
Earthwatch for one.
Well, sometimes.
It's really not the weather.
No, I don't. I listen to Jesse about some things, but not a lot of stuff.
Only when it's close.
I listen to.
Mississippi.
I watch Oppenheimer. I watch Ice Age Farmer. X-22 Report. There's 2 or 3 other ones there that
Open the door and sniff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly says she has yellow squash in the greenhouse that she can't put in the ground.
We do too, and ours is about this tall. They're like a foot tall, and they're already putting on runners and blooms.
Do you think the summer's going to be cooler?
That's kind of hard to say.
I think it's going to be hotter.
I think it might be just as hot as it's been being, but the way the Earth is tilted a little bit now, I don't think it will last as long.
Time to Sow saying hurricane season's supposed to be pretty bad. I hope not, because we're sitting right smack in the sites of hurricanes, and we don't. So far, we've not had one in 5 years since I've been here. There was that one this past year that came close and turned. That's as close as we've gotten in 5 years.
Yeah. Francis said an update on the cabin. Well, there's not going to be an update on the cabin, probably, because since we have neighbors that have wild dogs that want to let them run loose and we can't control everything, our cabin money is having to be spent on fencing right now. So
plus we went to the tax office, and
we had to go to the tax office
next week on that one.
We won't know till.
So we shall see if there's going to be a cabin. We may have to start saving all over again.
Music Well said, check out the Corvette. There we go.
And John Henderson said you're listening to all his favorite channels too.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Yeah, Pennsylvania got snow today.
Let's see. What's Marshall said? A friend of mine in Pennsylvania said it started snowing in early November and they still get the snow now. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes.
Weather Underground.
Weather Underground. Yes, I do. That's the other one. Brian reminded me of the one I look at.
All right. Some Pat Skelton is sending Grizz some bacon seed to go with his eggplants.
Okay.
Grizz gonna have a good crop when he gets through.
Yes, I did hear about the hurricane season this year being worse than it normally is, but I think that they're talking about that maybe for the Pacific region. Mostly. Now they said they're talking about some in the Atlantic, but they're talking about the Pacific side could be worse than it's been being.
Yeah, Farmer JT says look up HARP. Yeah, Danny keeps up with HARP.
I keep up with HARP.
And what's the other? CERN.
CERN.
Yeah,
all I do is HARP, CERN. I barely have time to do anything keeping up with all this other stuff. By the time I go out and garden and come in and put up fencing, there's Nikki.
Yeah, hey Nikki, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I hope she's doing good.
She put a post up. She was looking good. I think she's looking pretty nice.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Yeah, Noah's Ark says the government has a patent on harp. Well, they ought to because it's for the military.
Yeah. All right, so what else did we do this week? The purple top turnips.
Yeah, we did. Oh, you got to give me just a minute here. After working on that fence, I'm getting where I can't hardly get around.
Yeah, we did the turnips. What were we doing? Thinning them out?
We were thinning them out.
And we cooked the
the roots and the tops.
Yeah. So we're going to continue on this week and probably can some more. We did put a canning video up a little over a week ago of that, and Shay Smiles just made it in.
Hey, Shay.
Then Amanda on her channel put several things up. So if you
if you want to see what we planted here at Deep South Homestead, go to Freedom Acres. Because Amanda filmed it all. I mean,
we just didn't film a whole lot.
We didn't film hardly anything, but Amanda filmed everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
Deep South says it's hard to believe we garden so much and do YouTube. Well, the deal is we film what we're doing. We don't take
create
after
content.
take after take.
Yeah.
I set the camera up. If we need a shot, we take it right quick and we get back to work. And then we at night or late afternoon at night, we edit. And if you look, our videos are not the best in the world. They're not top quality because we do what we can do with them.
Yeah, that's
if it's out of focus, it's out of focus. If it's in focus, or if there's dogs barking in the background, or you know, our turkeys gobbling, roosters crowing, all that has to stay in. Okay,
yeah. Let me get to some of these right here. What do you put under your tomatoes for black rot? We put gypsum. That'll usually take care of that. Let's see.
Nikki said she'd been sick the last few days.
I did see that, so. Yeah. Francis, should we invest in a greenhouse? I strongly suggest greenhouses for people. I really do.
At least to get your plant started, because if it stays colder longer, you need to have your plants ready to go in the ground as soon as that fear of frost is over, so that you have a.
If you got a big enough place, so you can put a big enough greenhouse, you can just plant in it.
Yeah, well.
Daniel Arms has one he can plant in his, you know.
Yeah.
Nikki says Fred gets his halo off in 4 days. That's great.
Good.
His neck's going to be stiff, though. I can tell you because I wore one of them.
Wanda sounds soup to me. I'm not sure what that meant, April, but there's Rusty Bell.
There's Rusty. Howdy.
And Scratch Maid.
All right. Hello, friends.
They woke up a little bit. They've been napping, I bet you. All that rain.
They've been sitting on that roof out there napping, I guarantee you. Well, they can't. They have to watch out for the bees, though. The bees will take them over. Yeah.
All the noises just add to the video.
It don't bother me at all. Well, I'm glad, guys, because there's no way we can control what goes on around us. We're trying, but it just ain't working.
There's Miss Liz from over at Vigo Farms in the UK.
Yep, that's Mr. Dirt. He says, I'm late, but I made it.
Yes.
John, good to see you, my friend.
So we got a few people popping in last minute, I swear. Well, it ain't last minute. We got a few minutes still.
We got a few minutes still, yeah.
Mapleberry says they want a house. They're in a camper, I think.
Yeah, I was watching this evening. Yeah, I feel for y'all being up there as cold as it is where you're at.
Yeah.
I would want a house too. The problem is going to be I don't know if you're going to have weather enough to build one.
I don't know. They probably get some summertime shortly. I mean, at some point it'll get summertime.
Okay, April says she's got a sick daughter, so Danny must be sick tonight. Turnips, tomatoes, and potatoes, and so on. Yummy.
Food for us said good night.
Good night. Thank you for dropping in, my friend.
Howie and Missy. See, I didn't know their names. I can't remember everybody's names. I have to remember y'all by your YouTube channels. Julie has a tornado warning up there. So, in Idaho?
That's unusual for Idaho.
Isn't that unusual?
Highly, but that's just weather. you know.
Okay, so we need to remember her in a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Scratchman said it's definitely been a slow day under the deck today, just chilling tonight.
Yep. So pretty
You're
much.
gonna have a cool night out there, my friend, because it's supposed to get pretty cool here, so I'm guessing y'all will be cool.
And then our other video was the Egyptian walking onions, our containers, and a back to Eden garden.
Yeah, that was one of our videos. We was talking about that.
Dale says he's putting a greenhouse up over his garden today.
This year.
Well, this year.
Yeah, John says that is super rare.
Well, the Egyptian walking onions, you got quite a few questions about
Oh, them
those.
things, guys, are doing fantastic. Since I took Dixon Dale's advice on planting onions, my onions has just jumped. You know, I didn't know that every 2 weeks you're supposed to give them ammonium sulfate.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that, and those things have been just kicking and getting it.
Yeah, and the Egyptian walking onions, this is our first time ever planting them. So they're kind of weird looking when they put that little thing on that I showed as the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And then they're starting to break over. We got them from 2 Family Homestead and 7D Farms.
I think Miss Sherry at 7D, yeah.
And did
no, Brenda Duncan.
Brenda Duncan maybe gave us some.
Her and Paul.
Anyway, we got some from like 2 or 3 different people, and we brought them home and planted them, and they're just going crazy. Our garlic, the big garlic.
Elephant garlic.
That's really
huge. That stuff is getting after it.
And then all the other onions and garlic is just hanging in there. I don't know how it's going to do.
Well, our volcanic garlic, we've done harvested it. The snow knocked it down. Yeah. It got it.
It didn't last after the second snow.
Yeah.
And it was looking gorgeous until then.
Yeah, it was doing real good. It was. So, but it come from a hot part of the country over in northern Mexico over there. So next to Baja California, somewhere up in that region up in there.
And then our containers, all the peas that Danny and Amanda planted, and the lady peas and the butter peas seem to be coming up.
They're all doing good.
I mean, about a week and they're already up.
Yep, all of them's up. Amanda did a fantastic job helping to plant those.
Well, so did Sunshine. She had to stick her fingers in.
Well, Sunshine helped with the lady peas.
Yeah. So if there's a pot with 15 peas in it, it's because she helped.
Yeah.
She had a ball poking those peas in. Adrian said, really enjoyed Monday and Tuesday. Wish we could have stayed longer.
Yeah, we had a blast with y'all, Adrian. We really did. You could have plowed the whole field if you'd have wanted to. Brian says this mini split is installed in a tiny house. No more freezing nights. Well, that is it depends on if I get your power hooked up here or not. Yep, if we get your power hooked up to the pole, you will be just fine then.
Yeah.
You got to get a cord too to go in that tiny house.
Well, he does have an air conditioner though. If it turns hot, he's got an air conditioner.
He does have his AC, but the mini split is an AC and a heater.
Yeah. Oh, so he has both of that.
It's kind of like the one we got that rolls around on wheels, except his mounts in the wall.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And then our back to Eden garden.
Yeah, Amanda says Sunshine's container will have 80 plants in it.
Probably.
It probably will.
The back to Eden, he was covering up putting the mulch back.
I put the mulch back around them today. They're about
the rattlesnake beans. Most all of them have come up.
They're up about 4 inches, I think. That's about like that. Yeah.
I had to replant, and some of them are up just an inch or two, but he was putting it all back.
Delane says, do I need to fertilize my sugar cane? Yes, we fertilized ours, and they are just kicking.
Yeah, we've got to pull weeds in the sugar cane because we're going to plant some of our pumpkins or squash in them. So we've got to get all the weeds out probably this week. And
yeah, I see that. My brother is leaving comments on my computer here. They're getting over my chat. So if we're a little bit slow, we gotta get those out of the way for a moment. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where are we at here?
I don't know. I lost track.
Mama Scratch, call her Mama Scratch.
Already.
Already down for the night. Spent the day updating Bob's.
What's Bob's?
I don't know what Bob's are, Dan.
Updating Bob's.
I don't know what updating Bob's is. Okay, let's see here.
In the Back to Eden, he makes it sound like a sin to plow. Does the New Testament say anything against the plow, and where does he reference this in the Bible? We like plowing. I just be honest. The Back to Eden.
Oh, Matt. Okay, in the Back to Eden garden, he makes it sound like a sin to plow. Does the New Testament say anything against the plow? Where does he reference this? I love to plow.
I don't know. I've not seen the Back to Eden Garden guy. A lot of people have told us to go watch him, but I wasn't interested in that. We're doing our own thing, and you know we can't do it the way everybody else does.
We don't need the Back to Eden Garden. That's just an experiment for us. You know, our soil there is like 12 to 16 inches deep of pure black dirt, and things grow fine there. We add amendments to it every year. It's just an experiment for us.
Bug out bags. That's what B.O.B. Bug out bags.
Oh,
I
didn't think y'all was gonna bug out. Oh, to get home. I call them bug in bags. I don't call them bug out bags.
Okay, now Jan wants to know what fertilizer for the sugar cane.
For the sugar cane, we just use 13.
Okay.
That's all I use.
That's it. Okay, so if we get our sugarcane, the weeds pulled this week, then we'll have our plants. And somebody asked, how do we do YouTube and this? We work all day long. I cook. He works doing stuff outside. If we need to both be outside, we're outside. YouTube is just kind of a second nature to us over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think because we do YouTube, we don't work. We work really, really hard all day long. And the videos are second nature, easy. Not really easy, but sometimes they are.
Yeah, let's see here. Do you grow ginger? How long does it take to grow? Yes, we grow ginger.
3 different kinds.
Matter of fact, we have 3 different kinds of ginger here.
And I just dug a piece up the other day.
She did. It takes about a year for it to actually make a good root, but the second and third year is actually your best years. It's kind of like asparagus. It does better after the second and third year, but ours did great after the first year. That one you dug up was big enough for, it'll last half a year, that one piece.
Yeah, it was one piece, and it was really good. Amanda says she's tilling in her Back to Eden this year. It hasn't worked, and she said people are going to flip. You get more comments when you say anything about Back to Eden.
Yeah, people come out. I mean, all the crazies come out when you start talking about Back to Eden.
There's Doug. He said the struggles is real. He's snowed in probably. Well, I don't know.
It has been. I think it's been snowing up Doug's way. I've been watching that. I was like, man, I don't know if they're going to get anything planted up there.
Has it really, I mean, has the snow melted yet? I always like Marianne better. I'm not sure who
Marianne must have been on Gilligan's Island.
I don't know.
Professor and Marianne. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I love that show.
I love that show too.
I don't know.
Olin told Amanda. Olin's our neighbor down the road here.
Okay.
He said that he didn't have good luck with his Back to Eden either.
Yeah. Okay, so
Marshall and them said we are ready for another Deep South visit.
We're here.
When I need some chainsaw work, I can tell you, bring your chainsaw because I got some things that need to be cut up.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Looks like we're about to move Amanda down south. You ain't never gonna get nothing planted up there.
Back to Eden has become a religion to some. Very diverse topic. You're right, because for us, it was simply an experiment. Our ground is pretty rich soil, and we just thought if it would help with the weeds, that it might be worth it.
Yeah.
But we can't afford to buy a bunch of mulch and put in there, where a lot of people are buying the wood chips, or they're buying the
what we've learned
graded up.
What we've learned is the type of wood chips determines the success of Back to Eden. Now, if I took all the wood chips out of my planer and put in the garden, they would do fine. But the wood chips we get from the power company, it's got all these giant pieces of wood in them. They don't do too good.
Yeah, Doug's saying the snow is gone, but it's raining, raining, rain. But spring is coming, and Marianne over Ginger.
Yeah.
Why did everybody like Marianne over Ginger?
Because Marianne was the country one. She was the one that run around with the
Ginger
little...
was the good-looking one.
Yeah, but she's a movie star. Nobody likes movie stars. They like the little...
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. They like the country-looking girl, had her shirt tied below her boobs, and, she just was just a country-looking girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Hendrickson said, always do what works for you. Some is back to eating it. And back to eating, I believe, up north probably works pretty good.
Now, John does it in Florida. He's got a, remember,
Right.
I showed you the other day, he's got a big, if you can afford to bring in the wood chips and do it and keep it going, we got our wood chips, free. And we got, 5 loads of them. And if we'd have taken our chipper and ran it through it a second time and then put it on
that would have been better if we'd run it through our chipper.
Yeah,
I think that would have worked
if we'd
out a
have
lot
chipped
better.
it down more, I guess, because it's too easy. We've got wood chips around the grapevine, and I pulled briars. Wood chips are
they're like 6 inches thick,
deep, and
I
pulled
briars just took
all
over.
over.
Actually, the briars did better with the wood chips than anything else.
Yeah, they did. They love that environment, and they just can wiggle their way through. And I finally got that clean this afternoon.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Doug says big news tomorrow.
Ah, Doug's got some big news going on tomorrow. Okay.
I thought when they said wood chips, they were really meaning
more as a decomposed material. I really believe if a person did the more decomposed material, I think S. Fairley, I think hits the nail right on the head. If you let them compost for like a year.
Well, we did.
We did on ours, but ours was cut up into such large pieces.
That's
they were just big old sticks and big old giant chunks of wood and everything in it. It'd take 10 years for that to rot. I think you need a finer ground stuff. Kenneth said, I wish it would stay warm here. Well, it'll
warm up.
Yeah, it'll warm up eventually here too. Yeah.
Marshall said, just say when and he'll be here any Saturday.
Okay, I'll just have to figure it out when we're going to do it because I got trees down. I've been pushing them up, pulling them around, moving them around.
He said, you guys got 2 shout-outs, laugh out loud. Really?
Oh, we did?
We're going to have to quit working and go watch YouTube videos.
We hadn't even had time to turn the videos on this week, hardly. I do watch a couple when I first get up because they put theirs up early. Amanda does. Doug will put up one early.
Well, I saw Doug and Stacy.
Flutie Lick Homestead puts one up,
They did a question and answer a couple of days ago, but I swear I haven't stopped long enough to watch videos. I don't even know. We did our Homestead World, and if any of you guys would join us in our Homestead World, it kind of got mixed up because when we put it up, the gathering was going on, and we did not promote it very much. And Doug,
we didn't even shoot any video of the gathering.
I know, but our Homestead World is a collaboration where we get people from all over the world, in every country, every state in the United States, every town if possible. We would love to have everybody put up a video, and the questions are in our video in the description, I believe. And so if any of you, I sent Doug a message way on back, but I swear, I don't know, half my messages must have got lost in translation or something, because I sent like messages to all kinds of people, and sometimes my emails don't work real well.
Homestead Remembrance Church says maybe the coal has killed off some of the bugs. Well, it didn't here because we've got stink bugs already on everything.
What is the
name of the sweet squash? The Cherokee North Georgia Candy Roaster.
Yeah.
That's probably what I was talking about.
Yeah, Grizz. I had to go watch Grizz's video one time this week.
Yep.
I think I watched a couple of them because his titles interest me every
Yeah, it's always the titles he puts up. You're right.
Grizz, it's clickbait. I'm sorry. You're doing clickbait.
Let's see. Catherine says, have you ever listened to Dr. Kent Hovind?
No. Never
I
heard
don't
of it.
guess I have. If I do, if I did, I don't remember. Let me put it that way.
Do we know
Know
of
anyone
anybody?
around close who sells rough cut lumber?
No, but we could use some.
No, I was. We usually have to call a sawmill and get them to come here whenever we cut lumber up.
Yeah. We actually have those pine trees that need cutting up, don't we?
Yeah, we need pine trees cut up. I've got. I probably got some more things that need to be cut up if I get a sawmill here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see about that before we start working on the cabin, the inside
Yeah.
of it anyway.
There's Two Family Homestead came in.
Hey, sis. Well, that could be Daryl.
It could be Daryl. Yeah.
Not sure. One of the two.
It's probably Sherry though.
Grit says all he knows is clickbait. We're gonna have to learn. We don't do clickbait.
No,
whatever's in our
everybody-
video, that's what I put up. I'm sorry, clickbait's just really hard for me to do.
Yeah, Tammy's we're the same thing. We were picking mulberries and there's stink bugs already in the mulberries.
Yep.
I was I was working on something else out there and I looked and stink bugs was already in that. I was like, wow, they're just everywhere already.
Yeah, and this is, well, I can't say it's early because we got the stink bugs off the greens when they
when they
bolted.
flowered.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
getting close to time for them to be out.
Well, they're seasonal and they come in in seasons, and we usually try to plant according to the insect cycles, but we we hadn't done that this year. We was having to make sure we get something planted. Oh.
What is clickbait? A title that doesn't tell you what's in the video. If I'd have put up tonight, instead of what could I put up?
If you'd have put up tonight, squeezing cane syrup juice or something.
No, that would show you what's in it. But if you put up something like what's going on, well, what is going on? You haven't told me what your video's about, and that is clickbait. Or if you put up something that is totally irrelevant to what is going on. But most of the time, it's just stupid titles that catch people's attention, and they're hooked. They got to watch the video to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, people don't understand how the brain works. Anytime anything like that, even like your phone, when you get a message on your phone, you get a dopamine hit in the brain, and that's what.
And you're gonna click.
And you're gonna click onto it because that dopamine hit, you just get high on it, and you don't even realize it. So, yep, Amanda said the stink bugs were out when she was here, and that's true.
Farmer JT, we'll try to ease over for a few minutes and just a little bit. He's going live in just a few minutes.
Okay.
It's misleading you to get to watch the video for a view. That's it.
They mislead you. They lie to you.
Yeah, we can't do clickbait. Danny kissing Wanda.
Oh. Yeah.
We're turning into Patty and Tommy. We got to stop that.
We got to stop that. We're going to become the aldermans here. Okay.
Yeah. Hello, Deep South. Hope you had a blessed week. Yes, we did.
Yes, we did, Mike.
So, Jedediah having 2 wives.
Clickbait.
Jedediah
having 2 wives. I did have 2 wives for a while.
As long as Jamie was here, she was answering as Jedediah's wife.
She's the one who told me. She says, I want to be Jedediah's wife. Wanda couldn't wipe that night.
I couldn't talk.
She couldn't do the talking like Miss Jedediah did.
Jamie had the voice.
She had the voice for it. Oh yeah, clickbaiting is irritating to us too.
I don't want. If you don't tell me what's in your video, I usually don't watch it. I hardly ever click on anything that doesn't tell me what the video is about.
I will look. Here's what I do. I look at the thumbnail.
Yeah, and if it's a stupid thumbnail, I don't.
Then I go look at the comments.
Yeah.
And when I look at the thumbnail and I look at the comments, if they don't match, I don't watch.
Yeah, he never turns the video on.
I never turn the video on. I look at. I'm more interested in the comments, unless it.
Well, you have to click it, and he stops the video.
I just kill the video as soon as it comes on, and I look at the thumbnail, and I go over and look at them comments, and I see if they line up. If they don't line up, I go, okay, it's clickbait, then I don't watch it.
We need to do a stink bug video. Somebody said they hadn't seen a stink bug before. So
ain't never seen a stink bug. What
we'll
part of
do
the
a
world do you live
video.
in? I want to live there.
Homestead Remembrance. Grizz, Jedediah had 2 wives. What it was, 2 Family had a live stream where you call in, and Danny called in and as an old man named Jedediah.
Yep.
And I couldn't do the weird female voice. And Jamie and Mark from Red Duchess Farms were here that night. So Jamie pretended she was Jedediah's wife in the background, telling him to get off the phone.
Yeah.
So now they pick on Danny about being Jedediah.
Matter of fact, I have a plaque here somewhere that was made.
Over there.
That was made for me by Mr. Darrell. Scratchmate said, "Good night. We are down for the night. Sleep good, my friend."
Yes, Valerie, we've got Mike's mother on our list here.
Yeah, we do. We already have her on the list.
Yeah.
Brother Farm says, "I haven't seen a stink bug."
Well,
I don't know where y'all live, but y'all need to stay there. We're frozen in time, so we must be off. Hold on.
Liz lives in the UK.
She lives in the UK.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, our camera's off. What happened?
Did I knock it off? Okay, hold on.
It ain't coming back on.
All right, let me see.
Hold on here.
Let me tell them, keep talking.
Okay, guys, we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty here. Something happened to our camera. We've got to try to figure out what went wrong with the camera because it did not come back on. We may have to stop streaming. Let me see here. Right. Oh, Grizz said we're still there, but well, there's a 15-second delay because we're frozen right here.
All right. Let's see. Do you all?
That camera's not on.
Nope, it isn't on. So I'm not sure.
Hang on. Let me.
If you stop it, you can come back in. They say they can hear you, but we're frozen. Okay, it's picking it up through here.
Nope. The camera's not working.
Okay, just a second. Let me try. Okay, let's see.
Let's see here. Everybody says we're frozen in time.
I don't know. Let's see if it picks up the other camera.
Let's see here. Please continue and pray for my sister still in ICU. Thank you, Barb Simpson.
Okay, well, why don't we do this because it is 9 o'clock. We can wind it down, and I guess I bumped the cord, done something because
where there's no picture. Everybody says they can hear me. Just keep talking.
It's like a podcast.
It'd be like a podcast. The picture's just frozen. Okay, guys. It is 9 o'clock, and we need to get off of here because we got one of our other, Mr. JT is going over, and he's going to be live streaming. We don't want to get into his time. So we do want to pray tonight. And we want to remember a few people there. Miss Faye Cartwright, Mr. Faye and Mr. Roy, Amy Sutherland, real good friend of ours from up in New York. Sharon and Joel Fike. Want to remember them. Want to remember D225. There's Kathleen. Tim Beverly is having some issues that he's having to have dealt with his kidneys. Nikki and Fred Stanley, which was on here tonight. Nikki was.
Yeah.
Fred's getting his halo off. Nikki's having cancer treatments. We want to keep her in prayer because she was not feeling well tonight. And Mike Pratt, not only for Jenny for hitting a deer in the van, but for his mother, that she's not doing well is what they said.
Yeah.
So we want to try to remember those tonight, guys.
And we'll try to do a stink bug video for those of you who have not seen stink bugs before.
Yeah.
So
let's go ahead and have our prayer because we're like a podcast at this point.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Father, thank you for the day you've given us here, and thank you for just loving us. You've been so good to us, Lord. Father, times are getting hard. We're having some weird weather. We know that doesn't take you by surprise. It may be man-made. We don't know. Or it might be just a cycle that our universe just goes through, Father. And whichever way it is, we need wisdom. We need discernment. We need to know what to do and what to grow, and Father, just how to survive through this thing, because according to history, dynasties rise and fall, and nations rise and fall based on grand solar minimums. And Lord, we just pray that we'll all do well through it, and that you'll come in and help our food to be able to be productive and give us the knowledge we need to know what to grow and how to grow it. We just need you, Father, in that area. Lord, we got a lot of prayer requests tonight. There's a lot of sick people tonight, Father. A lot of different ones have cancer. There's been some is cancer free, some is just going into cancer treatments. Some's just finding out they have types of cancer. And Lord, there's growths in bodies that we found out, and the cysts and things that need removing. And Father, we need your healing prayer on these people and their bodies, Father. They're special to us, and we want to lift them up in prayer, ask for healing for their bodies, and just Father, we just want to see them doing better. We hate to see any of our subs not feeling well, and Lord, there are those that just got all kinds of problems. Some of them may be financial problems, some may be marital problems, and Lord, none of us are immune to any of these things, and we just pray that they can just get some help in that area, Father. Some of us just suffer from just being lonely. I know it's possible to be in a whole house full of people and yet you're lonely. I lived that life for a while and my own self, so I know it's possible. And I pray for those people, Lord, that's in a state of loneliness in their life right now. And Father, I just pray that and thank you for those that are on the live stream tonight that stayed in here and stuck in with us, Lord. I pray for each and every one of them. I just lift them up, ask for their homesteads to grow and to be blessed, and for the fruits of their labor to be blessed. And Lord, I pray tonight for on our end here that we can have the blessings of obedience and the fruits of the Spirit bestowed upon us. Because, Lord, we want to be blessed so that we can reach out and bless others, Father. That is our desire, and to be able to edify and glorify your kingdom now. Father, we want to ask all these things tonight in thy name. Amen. Okay, guys, we are don't want to get too much into the other guy's time when he's just now getting started off good. We like to honor that. We'll ask y'all to go over and visit his channel and tell y'all how much we appreciate y'all for jumping in here with us tonight and being a part of our live stream. Even though we had some technical difficulties this evening, we really appreciate y'all for sticking with us through all this. So thank y'all, and may God bless each and every one of you from Deep South Homestead.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.